God's advice today. Have you ever felt that God is trying to speak to you, yet in the busyness of life, His signs go unnoticed? This message invites you to pause, reflect, and open your heart. Perhaps this is exactly what you needed to hear today. Watch until the end with openness, and if these words touch you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to receive more messages like this. Don't forget to check the pinned comment for a 1-minute prayer and a recommended message to help strengthen your faith even more. God said, "Listen to me, my beloved child, for when you declare in faith, 'I trust in God's love, He is my refuge,' the heavens move on your behalf, and something in the invisible realm begins to change in your favor." There are moments when your strength seems small and the weight of the world's expectations tries to suffocate your hope, yet you remain, because my love sustains your heart. There is no journey I cannot transform, no pain I cannot heal, no door I cannot open when you choose to rest in me. When I say I am your refuge, I want you to understand that no evil can defeat you while you remain in my arms. Do you feel that you are ready for a profound change in your life and in the lives of those you love? Sometimes all you need is a small step of faith to open the doors of abundance, peace, and blessings that I have already prepared for you. A simple 1-minute prayer may be the beginning of a spiritual journey that transforms what's inside you and reflects on the outside. If you long to attract more light, balance, and prosperity, spiritual and material, click the link pinned in the first comment. There you will find a simple practice, guided with love, that will help you connect more deeply with my divine presence in your life. Even when your thoughts try to convince you that there is no way out, I prepare paths where no road can be seen. I create opportunities where there once was only desert. And just as I did with Joshua, I speak to you today, have I not commanded thee? Be strong and of good courage, be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee wherever thou goest. Joshua chapter 1 verse 9. My child, when your soul repeats these words, fear will lose its strength, anguish will fade, and faith will rise within you like a flame no storm can extinguish. Keep your trust in me, for my love never fails and I will fulfill every promise over your life. Even when you felt alone, abandoned, or ignored, I was by your side, watching every tear, every breath of discouragement. Not a single moment of your pain passed unnoticed by me. I saw when you tried to be strong on the outside while something inside you begged for rest. I saw when you remained standing even when your soul was tired of fighting. Know that every tear you shed did not fall into emptiness. I transformed them into seeds that will grow into abundance and victory. You thought you were losing, but you were being shaped. You believed it was the end, but I was preparing a new beginning. Nothing you suffered will be wasted. The pain that almost broke you will become the testimony that will strengthen others. I gather what seemed lost and turn it into unexpected blessings, for my purpose always surpasses your understanding. And when your soul feels it can no longer continue, remember, I am the one who renews strength, restores hope, and heals the invisible. So declare in faith and conviction, even in pain, I know God is preparing me for victory. When they said you would not make it, I was already preparing the ground for your conquest. When they tried to make you believe your destiny was defeat, I was already writing chapters of abundance over your life. No negative word, no accusation, no plan designed to destroy your hope will have power over you, because I am the one who sustains your life. The enemy tried to use your falls as a final point, but I turned them into steps for your growth. Every door that closed was not punishment, but protection. I did not allow you to enter places that would destroy your soul. I preserve you so that you may live my best, not the crumbs of the world. As it is written, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." Psalm 23 verse 1. I also declare over your life that there will be no lack, for I am your inexhaustible source. My care goes beyond the visible, my provision beyond the material, my love beyond human understanding. So entrust your concerns to me, for I am already moving what needs to be moved. Declare with power and truth, God is my shepherd, He supplies every need in my life. Do not allow the past to define your identity, for I do not see you by what happened, but by what I have destined you to become. What was broken, I will restore. What was stolen, I will return multiplied. Nothing is impossible for me. The situations that seem to imprison you will now reveal the strength I planted in you. You have no idea of the greatness that is being born within your story, for every challenge you faced became the foundation of the spiritual authority I am placing in your hands. When you thought you were being defeated, you were being trained. When you thought you were being excluded, I was setting you apart. With every difficulty, I release wisdom. With every battle, I breathe courage. You are not the pain you felt. You are not the mistake you made. You are not the opinion of those who do not know your heart. You are what I declared you to be from the beginning, a beloved child, created to overcome, chosen to manifest my glory. Therefore, stand firm in faith, lift your head, and say with conviction, I trust in divine restoration, my future is secure in God. I see what no one else sees. You believe you are hiding your inner battles, but I know every secret of your heart, every fear you were never able to put into words. I know when your mind becomes filled with doubts, when your soul cries out for answers, when your body pleads for rest. I transform your silence into shouts of victory. What was hidden will be revealed at the right time, because there are things that can only be understood when spiritual maturity begins to bloom. Do not try to rush the process, my child, for what I prepare for you has deep roots and lasting fruit. And as it is written, you have hidden these things from the wise and learned, and revealed them to little children. Matthew chapter 11 verse 25. In the same way, I will reveal to you mysteries that are not accessible to the proud, but to the humble in heart. Open your mind and spirit, because what I am about to show you will change the way you see life, people, and even yourself. Declare with true surrender, I open myself to the revelations of God in my life. Did you know that there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-seated beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a profound impact on my life, and we would like to invite you to explore this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you would like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing content that inspires and transforms, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. Even in the darkest nights, when fear tries to steal your peace, I am igniting the light that will guide your steps. When you think there is no way out, I am writing new pages of joy, healing, and abundance. Nothing, absolutely nothing, you went through was in vain. Every wound that hurt, every waiting season that exhausted you, every door that closed, all of it was part of the preparation for the manifestation of my promise in your story. I am the one who turns the impossible into reality. I am the one who changes diagnoses, opens paths, tears down strongholds, and brings back what seemed lost. My child, do not doubt, your rescue is already in motion. Provision has already been sent, restoration has already begun, and victory has already been decreed in heaven. You are not merely surviving, you are being led into the fullness of what I planned for you before you were even born. So raise your faith and declare with spiritual authority, God turns my difficulties into victories. Do not allow criticism, envy, or injustice to stop you from moving forward. I stand beside you, defending your name and preserving your inheritance. The negative words of others have no power over what I have already established for you. Every humiliation will be reversed into honor, and every contempt will be exchanged for recognition. I write your future with eternal ink, and the world will witness the results of my work in your life. Even when some try to diminish your identity, remember that I formed you with purpose, and no human judgment can invalidate what I created. I am your shield in the day of accusation and your advocate in the hour of falsehood. I elevate you when others try to push you down. I restore what others attempted to take. My promises are not shaken by opinions, and my plans are not rewritten by human intentions. The path I open for you cannot be blocked, and the destiny I designed cannot be erased. For he shall give his angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. Psalm 91 verse 11. Trust that heaven is aligned in your favor, fighting battles you cannot see, but will soon testify about. Comment: God sends his angels to protect and guide me. Every tear you have shed in secret will become public joy. I am transforming your valleys into palaces of victory, and every step you took in silence will soon bloom before many. Nothing you lived was wasted. The seeds you planted through faith, perseverance, and resilience are already breaking the ground, preparing a harvest that will exceed what you once imagined. The moments when no one applauded you were the very moments I was preparing your reward. I saw when you tried again after failing, when you gave your best with trembling hands, when you smiled despite the weight on your chest. I am the God who remembers, and nothing escapes my sight. What seemed impossible will be accomplished with perfection and beauty, and no force on earth or in the spiritual realm will prevent my work from manifesting. I am not slow to fulfill my promises, I am precise. The abundance that I declared over your life will arrive at the appointed time, and it will be clear to everyone that I, the Lord, have done it. Comment: God's harvest arrives in my life at the perfect time. When you felt forgotten, I was preserving you. When you believed nothing was working, I was aligning invisible details for my glory. Not a single moment of your story exists outside my plan. Every delay had purpose. Every obstacle trained you. Every season of waiting expanded your faith. I see beyond human time, I arrange what your eyes cannot perceive. While others moved ahead, I kept you hidden, not to deny you, but to strengthen you for a greater unveiling. The doors you thought would never open were not closed, they were being prepared. What belongs to you will arrive sanctified, complete, and without sorrow added. I orchestrate all things with excellence, and what you call late, I call perfectly timed. Hold on to what I have spoken, because my word cannot return empty. And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to his purpose. Romans chapter 8 verse 28. What you lost, I will return. What was broken, I will restore. What you prayed for in faith, I will fulfill. Comment, I trust that God works in all things for my good. Now is the time to see transformation. What was once unimaginable will become testimony. What the enemy used in an attempt to destroy your faith will become the very foundation of your freedom and victory. I am tearing apart every word spoken against your destiny and replacing it with decrees of abundance, elevation, and new beginnings. What the world considers an ending, I transform into a divine restart. My power does not diminish with circumstances, my authority does not bend before opposition. The strength rising inside you is my presence manifested. You are stepping into a season where my favor will speak louder than any accusation, and my provision will silence every fear. I am not simply changing your surroundings, I am changing you. The extraordinary that I reserved for your life will no longer remain unseen. You will walk in what I promised, not by chance, but by covenant. Every day will reveal a portion of my faithfulness, and those who doubted will testify of my power. This is not a distant promise, it is a present reality unfolding. Comment, God's victory is manifesting in my life right now. My beloved child, always remember, I never abandoned you. I never forgot you. I never allowed evil to prevail over you. Every tear, every prayer, and every silent act of faith was seen and treasured by me. I am the God who restores what was lost, who resurrects what was declared dead, and who turns ashes into crowns of beauty. You are the living proof of my power, my mercy, and my unfailing love. The story we write together is one of resurrection, restoration, and endless abundance. Open your heart now and receive the fullness of what I have prepared. I am not offering you fragments of peace, but a complete renewal. I am not giving you temporary hope, but an eternal one. Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, who according to his abundant mercy has begotten us again to a living hope through the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead. 1 Peter 1 verse 3. Walk with assurance, because what begins with me cannot end in defeat. You are marked by victory, surrounded by grace, and sustained by a hope that will never be taken from you. Comment, I am grateful for the rebirth and hope God has brought into my life. When you thought you could no longer fight, I fought for you. When your strength seemed to be exhausted, I carried you in my arms. Every obstacle that appeared insurmountable, I transformed into a path for your progress. The pain you feel today will tomorrow become a source of joy and testimony. The doors that seemed closed were only preparation for gateways that will lead you to your greatest achievements. Those things others created to humiliate you will become the very scenery of your exaltation. What appeared to be my silence was, in reality, the quiet construction of your triumph. I work in ways you cannot yet perceive, moving the invisible threads of destiny so that every step you take brings you closer to the fulfillment of your purpose. Every moment of struggle is being refined into an instrument of honor and evidence of my faithfulness. Even when circumstances seem unbearable, know that I am molding your story with precision and love. The challenges are temporary, but the results of my work in your life are eternal. Nothing is wasted, and every trial contributes to the beauty of what I am building in you. Trust in my timing, in my care, and in the unshakable plans I have written for you, because the end of your journey is already marked by victory. Comment, even in silence, God works for my victory. Do not fear the attacks of those who have plotted against you. Every opposing word, every secret plan, I will tear apart and replace with undeniable blessings. Nothing will remain against you, for my authority surpasses all schemes and human intentions. What appeared to be defeat will be transformed into glory, and every stone they threw will become a stepping stone for your growth and elevation. When you look back, you will see that every difficulty, every tear, every night of anguish was part of the process I personally established to shape your character and strengthen your faith. I am attentive to every detail of your journey, nothing escapes my watchful eye. I am the God who sees the unseen, and I turn every attack into an opportunity for advancement and every obstacle into a ladder of achievement. Your enemies' efforts cannot diminish my promises. Their opposition only becomes the canvas for my triumph. Every moment of waiting, every challenge endured, and every act of faith in the midst of adversity is a building block for the abundant, victorious life I am preparing for you. The Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and He knows those who trust in Him. Nahum chapter 1 verse 7. Remain steadfast, for I am your protector, your guide, and your unwavering fortress. Comment: God is my fortress, He upholds my life. Even in the most unjust situations, I am recording every detail. Nothing escapes my attentive gaze. Every offense, every blow, every humiliation will be transformed into signs of restitution and honor. I work in the invisible realm, moving pieces that no human eye can see, preparing for you a fresh start filled with abundance, joy, and recognition. No deception will endure, no pain will be in vain, and no opposing word can stop my work. Each victory that arrives will be clear, evident, and indisputable. I am the God of justice, and every situation that has caused you suffering will eventually testify to my fairness and provision. The world may not understand the reasons for your trials, but every circumstance is being orchestrated for your ultimate good. I have not forgotten your efforts, your tears, or your prayers. Everything is being transformed into a narrative of blessing and fulfillment. The scars you carry are not marks of defeat, they are the evidence of my presence and preparation. The enemies who tried to obscure your path will witness your rise, and the seeds planted in secret will bloom openly. The restoration that you receive will astonish all who doubted, proving that my wisdom, timing, and power cannot be thwarted. Comment: I trust in God's justice and restitution in my life. Even when you cried, I saw beyond the pain. What appeared to be defeat was actually the construction of your strength. Every tear was transformed into fuel for your rebirth and for the manifestation of the promises I have already prepared. You are not adrift. Every step you take is under my control, every fall will be restored, and every wound will become a mark of the miracle that is about to arrive. I do not define you by what you have lost, but by what I have already prepared for you. Your challenges are temporary lessons, your struggles are instruments of refinement, and your faith is the channel through which my power flows into your life. When despair seemed to surround you, my presence was closer than ever, guiding, protecting, and preparing you for an abundant outcome. Your past does not dictate your future, for I am rewriting the story of your life with grace, favor, and victory. Casting all your anxiety on Him, because He cares for you. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 7. Place your fears and burdens in my hands, for I am attentive, loving, and faithful. Trust in me to transform every moment of sorrow into triumph, and know that your life is being elevated according to my perfect plan. Comment: I cast my anxieties into God's hands, who cares for me. Do not allow the negative words of others to determine your destiny. What was spoken in secret with the intention to harm you will be used to propel your victory. The stones thrown at you will become the bricks of your construction, and the words of mockery will be transformed into fuel for your faith and courage. I have been present in every meeting, in every hidden thought, and I have already written a different ending for those who tried to bring you down. Every attempt at silencing you will be replaced by an amplified voice that reaches many, declaring the fulfillment of my plans in your life. You are not alone in this journey. I am working invisibly to ensure that the outcome reflects my glory and faithfulness. Each attack against you becomes an opportunity for demonstration of my power. Every moment of ridicule and every attempt to diminish you will ultimately testify of my divine intervention. Your life is a testament of my love, resilience, and provision. Those who sought your downfall will witness your rise, and what they intended for harm will serve as a witness to my miraculous work. Keep your heart aligned with me, continue to trust, and walk boldly, because the victory I have prepared is unstoppable and irreversible. Comment: God transforms attacks into fuel for my victory. Even in the storms, I walk with you. When everything seemed about to collapse, I upheld you. No opposing force will prevail against what I have determined to raise. Your life will become a living testimony of my power, not because of your strength, but because of my unwavering faithfulness. Every challenge you have faced has served to build a resilience that will now carry the weight of the glory about to manifest in your life. Your story will be remembered for the miracles, not the wounds, for the victories, not the losses. I am present in every moment you feel weak or overwhelmed, ensuring that what you endure is never wasted. Every trial, every moment of doubt, and every tear has been woven into the fabric of your ultimate triumph. The storms themselves are instruments of preparation, shaping your character and strengthening your spirit for the purpose I have for you. You will rise higher than ever imagined, and your life will reflect my power, my mercy, and my faithfulness. The battles you thought you lost are already counted as victories in my plan. I am molding you into a vessel of honor and a living testimony of divine fidelity. Those who witness your journey will see the hand of God in every step, confirming that my promises never fail and that my power sustains you in every trial. Comment: God's faithfulness is my strength and refuge. The promises I have made will never fail. Even when time seems long and doors appear closed, know that everything is part of a greater plan. What seems like absence is actually protection. People enter and leave your life according to the design I have woven for you. Every separation, every silence, every moment of pain has been part of the crucible that shaped your faith, patience, and strength. I see beyond human time and prepare every detail so that your story will be full and extraordinary. Nothing is random. Everything that happens in your life is meticulously orchestrated to bring about your highest good and the fulfillment of my purpose. When you feel uncertainty, remember that I am the one arranging circumstances invisibly, ensuring that the outcome aligns perfectly with my plan. Even when the waiting feels long, the delay is deliberate, intended to refine your character and equip you for the abundant future I have prepared. Your faith is being strengthened, your hope renewed, and your life anchored in the assurance that every promise I have spoken is already moving toward fulfillment. Trust in me and the timing of my actions. Hold on to hope, for it is a seed that blossoms into miracles. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. Psalm 27 verse 14. Your patience and trust will be rewarded with the fullness of my blessing and guidance. Comment: I wait on the Lord. He strengthens my heart and prepares my way. Now, my beloved child, receive the certainty that every injustice will be transformed into honor, every tear into joy, and every effort into reward. What seemed like defeat will become your greatest glory. Every obstacle will serve as a bridge for your growth, every dark night a light to illuminate your path, and every wound a testimony of my presence. The time for your harvest has arrived. I am the God who never fails, who never abandons, and who fulfills every promise. Open your heart and allow my presence to transform your life in extraordinary ways. The victories that have been delayed are not denied, they are being prepared with perfection and divine wisdom. Every moment of perseverance, every prayer whispered in faith, and every struggle endured in silence is contributing to a display of my glory that will leave no doubt about my power and care. You are being elevated, strengthened, and prepared to receive the abundant blessings that I have already ordained. Your life is a canvas for the miraculous, and your testimony will inspire many to trust in me. For I know that my Redeemer lives, and he shall stand at last on the earth. Job chapter 19 verse 25. Rejoice in the knowledge that your Redeemer is alive, working, and bringing about everything that has been promised. Your time of breakthrough, reward, and manifestation is now. Comment: I receive God's promise and harvest in my life. You were not chosen by accident, nor were the seasons of silence and waiting a mistake. Every moment of preparation was crafted with precision, for I chose you to live a life that surpasses every limit others tried to impose upon your future. Your name is engraved forever in the palm of my hands, a permanent and sacred sign that no force will ever be able to erase. Your destiny is not at the mercy of human intentions, for it is protected, guarded, and sealed within my heart. I do not falter, I do not change my mind, and I will never withdraw what I have promised. There is already a harvest, full, abundant, and overflowing, waiting to be poured upon your life. This will not be a small or reluctant harvest, for your faithfulness in the unseen moments has not gone unnoticed. When no applause sounded for you, I was watching. When misunderstanding surrounded you, you kept the flame of trust alive. And when loneliness pressed heavily upon you, you stood firm upon the rock of faith. Now the time has come to turn every strategy that was plotted against you into a testimony of victory, for every word spoken against you will be transformed into a blessing. Every door that was shut in your face will swing open with new and unimaginable possibilities. You are about to witness losses turn into gains that your mind at this moment cannot even conceive. You will not be remembered for the battles you endured, but for the victories you conquered. This is the time when heaven moves in perfect harmony on your behalf. The time to see with your own eyes what was once whispered into your soul. The time to watch a harvest blossom in a land that everyone except me considered barren. I do not stumble, I am never late, and I always act at the perfect moment. Your faith, tested like gold in the fire, is about to be honored. Your patience, stretched beyond what words can express, is about to be rewarded. Your trust, refined through tribulation, is about to resound with celebration. What was once pain will become your most powerful testimony. What was once silence will transform into a song of victory. I will not merely deliver you, I will lift you up in the presence of those who pronounced defeat over you, not to prove anything to them, but because I promised to raise you up, and my word is a seal that cannot be broken. What was planned for your harm will become the stage of your greatest triumph. You will not remain a prisoner of the valley, you will ascend the highest mountains. You will not remain among the ruins, you will rebuild with a glory never witnessed before. You will not remain in the dust, you will walk in high and spacious places. This is not a simple message of comfort, this is an irrevocable decree over your life. You have not been abandoned. In the moments when doors closed, when faces turned away, when paths narrowed and the silence seemed unbearable, I was not distant. In that very hour, I was rearranging the invisible pieces of your destiny. Every step that seemed lonely was measured and guided by my hands. It was not abandonment, it was strategy. It was not forgetfulness, it was protection. I know exactly where you stand right now, and I know with absolute certainty the destination to which I am leading you. The traps set against you were permitted only so that my power could be revealed in greater majesty. When your adversaries believed they had the final word, they forgot something essential. The final word is always mine. Those who conspired in shadows will taste the fruit of their own intentions, while you will taste the fruit of your perseverance. There is no human scheme capable of erasing a destiny designed by my will. No opposing force can stand against a promise spoken from my mouth. You cannot imagine the power that was hidden in your silence. While others spoke, ridiculed, doubted, and questioned, you remained still, and in that sacred stillness, I worked. Your patience was not in vain. Your endurance was not overlooked. I was there, observing every detail, feeling every pain, strengthening every fiber of your spirit so that when the time of change arrived, you would be capable of carrying everything I have prepared for you. And remember this, every experience, especially the ones that seemed insignificant, was recorded. The moments when you believed you were walking alone were the moments in which my sustaining hand was most present. Your story is not a chain of random experiences, it is a divinely woven narrative where every thread, even the darkest, becomes part of a magnificent tapestry of purpose and grace. What others saw as a dead end, I have already transformed into the beginning of a new and unexpected opening. I specialize in creating highways where walls once stood, in raising life from what others abandoned as lost, in lifting what was trampled, and in restoring what seemed beyond repair. The enemy attempted to weaken your voice because he knew that if you stood firm, nothing he formed against you would prosper. He tried to bury your confidence because he understood the authority I placed within you. There is strength within you that you have not yet fully recognized. There is resilience in you that was forged in the nights no one knew about. There is courage in you that was born in the tears that no one saw. And now, after all the pressing, the stretching, and the refining, you will emerge not the same as you entered, but transformed with a greater measure of wisdom, clarity, and unshakable determination. You will rise carrying treasures that can only be found in the deepest valleys, compassion that sees beyond appearances, understanding that embraces without judging, and faith that does not depend on circumstances but on the certainty of my presence. The world will look at you and see someone who walked through fire yet did not burn, someone who passed through waters yet did not drown, someone who was targeted yet did not fall, someone who was spoken against yet remained standing. Your life will be the evidence that I am faithful. So walk forward with confidence. Lift your head. Breathe deeply. Do not rush, but do not doubt. What awaits you is not a small shift, but a divine turning of tides. You are stepping into a chapter where everything begins to make sense, not because the journey was easy, but because the purpose is now visible. The very things that were meant to break you will become the foundation upon which you stand stronger than ever. The very tears you shed will water the ground of your greatest blessings. The very silence you endured will echo with songs of triumph. And when others ask how you survived, how you overcame, how you rose again, your answer will not be a speech, but a testimony: I was never alone. My child, lift your eyes and see what I am doing. I am opening doors that no one can close, providing opportunities that no one could have imagined. When others said, "You will not succeed," I had already decreed yes. When the world turned its back, I had already prepared